Very well done.
I said I'd do it.
That's awesome. Well done.
Hi guys. Hello everyone. Kanya Hoda, well done and congratulations on silver as well.
Yeah, turn the volume down.
Volume down. Hang on a sec. Whoa. Give me a minute. Can you jump? What's it doing? Sorry, I'm not very good with this Zoom thingy.
Hello, Michelle.
And there's Sarah and Cara and Ty and Nurit and Dave and Christy and Michelle and Minion and Rosie as well. And Susie is on, Suzanne.
Awesome.
Very good. How do you want to play it tonight?
Cool. Well, folks, we haven't officially prepared any agenda, really. So I suppose just to start off with, everyone's seen the specials for March. So who's going to unmute themselves and tell us how they're going to use the specials to grow their business in March? Michelle's got her hand up. Awesome. Go, Michelle. You laugh. Let's unmute you.
Hi, Michelle.
I'm kind of a bit.
Specials. What are you up to?
Well, I've spent about half an hour doing an ad, and then for Facebook, and so I did it, and then now I've had to contact Facebook because they said that my ad had profanities in it. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
What word would that have been?
There's nothing specified, so I don't understand. So I messaged them and I was like, I don't understand why it hasn't been approved and why it's been reported. So,
wow.
So what? Just explain to us, what were you going to do?
Well, I'm just basically sharing the promo, and I'm just trying to reach out to people, I guess, who are sports people and that kind of thing, because and I've just kind of mention a couple of success stories in there with those oils, because, for instance, my dad has recently had shoulder surgery, and he's using the ice brew along with frankincense and a couple of other things, and it's definitely helping his pain, you know. So I guess just sharing that kind of stuff, because it really, really is amazing. I think it's something that everyone should have in their cabinets and have a stock of.
Yeah, excellent. And were you just going to run a series of paid Facebook ads to try and attract some attention?
Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to do another giveaway over the weekend or early next week. I'm just working on it at the moment. I guess like an incentive, you know. So I'm actually going to do a wild orange and ice brew incentive together, because I've got so many wild oranges. I'm like, I might as well give some away. But I'm thinking of kind of getting clever about it and maybe try and attract people to actually enroll. So if you enroll, you get, you know, those two products. I'm not too sure. I'm still trying to think about it.
Sure.
Be very aware of not doing big incentives. You put
exactly.
Put it maybe go in the draw for something like that. Also, the other thing is I don't think doTERRA will have any problem, and they don't have a problem, if you put out an incentive to people privately. So if you say to a friend, say to someone, if you sign up, and if you do this, and if you have a class and so many people actually sign up, I will give you this. But that's something that you do in private.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's awesome. So thanks, Tess.
Keep that in mind, because there is, there is some talk around the fact that, you know, we shouldn't give big incentives, because not everyone is able to do that. So we want to keep a nice, even playing ground, I guess.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just on that, perhaps someone just wants to volunteer their understanding of all the specials that are available in March and how you can qualify. Who's keen to try and explain what they are? And Tanya, you got your hand up. Let's just unmute you quick. There we go. All yours. So what can you qualify for, and what all can you get, and how can you get them?
Okay, so if for someone who's a new customer, new client hasn't signed up as yet, very exciting is that if they sign up with an order with a minimum of 200 PV,
just stop for a second. Stop for a second. Sorry, Tanya, we've got very bad reception for you. We can't hear you. Is everyone else? Can you hear Tanya? Okay.
No.
No. Okay, we've got a problem. It's
It's scattering.
It's scattering you. Sorry to interrupt you. We're going to try.
Tell James to get off. Tell James to get off the internet. He's using up all your bandwidth.
No, he's not on the internet. Are you using the internet? No. Is that any better?
No, still the same. So speak very slowly, and maybe that will work.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go slowly. We'll translate.
Okay. So.
We've lost you completely.
Lost you, Tanya. Can't hear you.
Sorry, we may have to ask someone else to explain this.
Tanya, we'll come back to you, okay? We'll come back. All right. Sorry about that.
Lost you. Who else is prepared to volunteer as to explain what you can get in March and how you can get it? Come on, someone. There we go. Nira, put your hand up. I'll unmute you. There we go. All yours. So, what can you get? How can you get it?
If I understood correctly, so I think so. If you are a new enroller and you enroll with 200 PVs, you can get the Ice Blue Rub and the Ice Blue Oil, the 5 ml one. If you are on an LRP and you're ordering it between the 1st and the 15th, you will also get the Wild Orange. And I think there's a 10% off your wholesale price on the On Guard foam wash that comes, I think, with 2 dispensers.
That's him.
Yeah. Well done.
So that everyone understands that the Ice Blue Rub and the oil is not an LRP requirement. Okay, we're all nodding. So you can qualify for the Ice Blue on a retail order, a wholesale order, a new registration. It doesn't matter. As long as you've got a 200, then you are potentially going to qualify. Okay. And what can you get if you order from America? You?
Oh, gosh, you got me there. Hold on. I've
Who knows? Any ideas? Annabelle, you're going to give us what you can get from America? I'll just unmute you quick.
Thanks, Nira.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. It's the Ice Blue Rub and the oil, 200 points or more. It's still the On Guard hand wash, but I think their product of the month is...
You've only got a choice of 136. It's okay. Which one?
I can't remember. Wild Orange, maybe?
No,
that's ours. No, I can't remember the US one. I read it today, but I can't remember.
Michelle Costello, which one?
Melaleuca. Wow, that's right. On the roll-on.
That's it. Okay, so Melaleuca Roller, if you order from the USA, product of the month. So if you've got a USA LRP instead of an Australian one, if you get your order in 125 PV before the 15th, you'll get that. All right. Excellent. That's cool. So real opportunity. And what happens if you have a diamond clubber coming to your class as well? Any ideas? Who's locked in? Minion, what happens if you've got a diamond clubber?
Over 100 PV is a free cedarwood, and over 400 PV is a free cedarwood and On Guard.
That's awesome. Do we know what cedarwood is really good for?
For sleep. It naturally releases melatonin, which is the sleep hormone.
Beautiful. Minion, you are a source of knowledge, my girl. No wonder you just reached silver. Well done.
I have good leaders.
Oh, listen to you. So I just want to say in our team, we're so incredibly proud of Jackie Isles and Jackie, of our whole team, specifically of Jackie and Jackie's leaders, and you guys you are here today. Jackie's actually double ranked, so she went from gold, skip platinum because you can, and she went straight to diamond, which is just amazing. So congratulations to Jackie and Team Jackie. Minion, you're in there. Tanya, you're in there. No, Sarah, are you in the team? You're not in that team. I'm trying to see who else is on here. If I'm missing someone, Linda, you're in the team. Wonderful. Jenny, you're in the team.
Yes.
That's an incredible effort for that whole lot. Just it's quite phenomenal. So we're very, very, very proud and so happy for all of you in terms of the rank advancements. I think there were 3 golds, something like 3 or 4. Was that, Craig? That's just disappeared.
Yeah,
but a whole lot of silvers as well, wasn't there? And a whole lot of premiers and new elites as well. So incredible growth in Jackie's team, and well done. It's very exciting stuff. So we're going to celebrate very hard at convention. We'll make sure to have a little glass of bubbles, all of us together. Yeah, so that's that side.
Okay. So who's got questions? Let's open up the floor to anyone who has any questions going into March.
Okay, tonight is about you guys asking questions. Anything that you want to discuss, maybe if it's not a specific question, just throw something out. Tanya, you're going to try quickly and then we'll get on to Sarah.
Can you hear me now?
Better,
Yep.
Way better.
Oh, that's just without the headphones. I just had a thought to take them out. Is that okay now?
Yep.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, beautiful. Actually, this is just in regards to what Minion said about the cedarwood. I actually have someone today that I was able to introduce with the Home Essential, the Slim and Sassy collection. And then with the explanation of the ice blue offer, we've bumped up the products to over 200 PV. So it's a fantastic offer with those extras. But I did have a question. He has trouble sleeping, he sleeps okay, but when he wakes up, he's tired. And I wondered whether cedarwood, because the actual sleep is not the problem because he's sleeping fine, but waking up tired. So any thoughts on that?
If you want to ask the naturopath in me, I can give you an answer.
Oh, I was actually thinking Minion seemed like she knew it, so you can throw it to Minion if you don't want to be the naturopath tonight, Tess.
Minion says no.
Minion says no. No, I don't want to
pass that. Yes.
I might just say that there's probably a lot of adrenal stuff going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's probably all I want to say. So
that's right. I understand.
Yeah, just go have a look at any of the oils that can help with the adrenals as well. Melatonin is one thing with the cedarwood, but that might not be the full extent of what is required if he wakes up tired in the morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? I think Sarah had a question. Sarah, up at the top.
Cool.
We'll unmute
Just
you,
gonna
Sarah.
make sure you're unmuted. All yours, Sarah.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask about, it was brought up before about social media and paying for it. What are people doing that? What have they found is the best way to do it? I've heard that sometimes you can pay Facebook, for example, and then it doesn't reach the people that you want. So I just wanted to hear feedback on that.
Do you want to speak first?
In a minute, yeah. Has anyone done paid advertising? I'm going to go to Michelle quickly because I know you're planning one anyway with a current special. Do you want to share with us what you've done before and whether it's been successful and kind of how you measure that?
Absolutely. So when you create an ad, so like you might just do a regular Facebook post, then what you do at the bottom of it, it says boost posts, and that's where you click that little button and you create your ad. Now it automatically has how many days Facebook thinks it should run for, and they set a target audience for you, but I don't go by their guidelines. So I set my date and the amount of the budget that I can afford or want to spend. And then you can edit your audience. So you can like target it for friends and family or people that live on the Gold Coast or Queensland or the UK or whatever. and then you have all those different categories. So I find it really helps, and I'm getting a lot more interaction just through friends, because even my friends aren't seeing my posts. People who already follow my page, but when I started doing the ads, I'm getting more of my friends, you know, interacting with my Facebook posts, and it's because they're seeing the ads. I highly recommend them. And for some, you can only pay $1, you know, if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, or $2, you know, just what you can afford. But
Yeah,
I really highly recommend them.
I did that. Yeah, Michelle, I did what you're saying, and it was really good, because my home classes they've dropped off, you know, that now that the network's getting bigger out of my friends. So I was wondering how I could sort of tap back into that to get people back in. But that's the way I'm doing it, Michelle. So I just wanted to see if that was the right way. Yeah, good.
Annabelle, you've run some as well. You put your hand up. Do you want to share what you've done before?
Yeah.
Hang on. There we go. I unmuted you and you muted yourself. Go for it.
Yeah, I think through my What Annabelle Cooks things, I was already running Facebook ads. So with varying degrees of success, and it is hit and miss, but I do a lot of, I have done quite a few for events, Facebook events, and I do them through my What Annabelle Cooks page, because you can't actually advertise if you're just on a private, like if I'm on my Annabelle Bateman Facebook page, you actually can't boost a post or pay for advertising. You can only do it through a business page. And I don't have a specific oils business page. I sort of operate it all through What Annabelle Cooks. So so I will often just either boost a post, or I've just set up an event for a thyroid webinar that I'm going to run next week, and I will boost that event. I'll often just put $5 or $10 on it, not a lot. And you can, as Michelle said, you can target where it goes. And so sometimes it is just a matter of, probably my most popular kind of target group would be those that follow my page and their friends, because I figure, I don't know, that's probably a good connection to start with, and it's sort of narrow enough that it's not just going to all of Australia. And I've had varying degrees of success, I suppose. That's how I find it. It can be hit and miss. Facebook's like a double-edged sword. I don't really know how to do it without it, but it's really frustrating because, you know, if you post at the wrong time, your reach can be, like I've got about 3,500 followers. But I might post something and it reaches 15 people, or I might post something and if a lot of people like and comment and share, it might reach 1,500. Pretty rarely, unless I really boosted it for quite a bit, will it go over my follower number. So you've just got to experiment. And I think the reality is, if we're advertising and wanting to build a business in a digital space, we can't expect to get it for nothing. And unfortunately, Facebook doesn't give it to you for nothing, really. The best we can do is try to post engaging material, because the more people like, comment, share, then the broader it's going to get, the better reach, the more Facebook likes it. The other thing that Facebook really loves is Facebook Live video.
That's right. I read that.
And they're prioritising that in people's feeds. So, I mean, I know I need to do more of it, but you can do Facebook Live video, and then I think you can then boost that. It becomes a post, and then you can boost it. So, everyone's all over video. So we've just got to be doing more video and trying new things.
And little short videos. I think that's sort of like the 3 minute little, 3-5 minute little video maximum. Otherwise, it drags a little bit out. So I know I don't like watching, anything more than 3 to 5 minutes unless I'm really engaged.
Yeah. So
thanks, Annabelle. That's great.
That's great. Has anyone else done any Facebook advertising before at all, or trying it? No hands up yet.
Maybe we should all do a Facebook Live in the next week, hey?
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to put out a proposal. So Annabelle's quite right. The Facebook, we were communicating with someone earlier this morning, or earlier today, who was really worried because they had suddenly a couple of thousand likes on their page. And as Annabelle correctly says, and Michelle as well, the fact that you've got likes or friends doesn't mean that a post that you put out is actually going to get onto their feed. Because there are so many people on Facebook now that Facebook runs an algorithm to match people who you engage with. Their posts will come up before anything else. So if you have certain friends, and I'm sure you all know this, if there's certain friends that you regularly communicate with, the chances are you're going to see their posts. So to Michelle's point, Facebook advertising works really, really well if you've got a big group of friends and you just want to get out to them that you're having a class, for example. Come and join me, get on the class. I've got a special class coming up and we've got all these awesome specials which you can't miss out on. See me at the class this weekend. And then you're kind of guaranteed that your advertisement is going to appear in their feed. Then think about what time you want those ads to go, because it's hopeless putting the ad in at 9:30 in the morning if all your friends are at work. Rather do it at 5:36 or 7:30 at night when they've all finished having dinner, they're all sitting down looking at their Facebook posts, and that's when the ad comes up in their feed. So have a think about that. The other thing, and you can Google and have a play around, but the video as an advertisement is also possible. So you can actually create a video ad which can then attract attention, and then it can have a click on button which then draws people to a website or somewhere else. So play around with the different versions of advertising as well. Instead of just a static picture ad, think about using the video ad, which Annabelle alluded to as well. So do a little YouTube video, link the YouTube video to the ad, which you can do, or use a Facebook Live. Because if a feed comes up with a video saying, hey, look at this amazing sports blend that you can get if you enroll with me, the chances are more people will click on it and have a look at it if it's moving or is a video. And that's just proven Facebook advertising. So we've done a bit, and we'll probably do a fair bit more. But the nice thing is you can target location, you can target specific people, and you can target interests as well. So you can actually go and look for people who are, in this case, particularly sport, natural health, massage focused, and run a campaign on the blue oils or on ice blue, for example. So have a look and look around. Yeah, Michelle, I'll unmute you, and I don't know how to unmute everyone. All yours.
Sorry to talk again, but I just actually have a little tip that I learned off another lady in another group that I'm in, like this entrepreneurial group. And she talks about marketing and these live videos, and she's really, really amazing actually. And she talks about ways to get attention too. So she gave us really great, there's two tips that she gave. One tip is don't do your videos like this so you're looking down at people, because it's intimidating, you know. So you want people, she says, you want people on the same level as you. You want them to engage with you. You don't want them to feel threatened by you, you know, because yeah, so she said it can be quite intimidating for some people sometimes, and you just like, it's not a great look either. You don't want to look up someone's nose.
You're in their face.
You know, like, you don't want that. And then her other tip was catchy taglines or phrases, you know, when you're making a post, and that can be really hard, you know, like not all of us know the cool lingo, you know, we're not all hip and cool or whatever, you know. But she said her suggestion was if you have old magazines lying around, or just go and Google magazine covers. So for example, my tag thing tonight for the doTERRA, the ice blue, was the magazine cover, I think, said, oh gosh, I can't remember now.
That's a great tagline.
Sorry, I can't even remember. I'm just quickly going to go on to it now because now I can't remember.
I love it.
But I can't remember. It says that also the tagline, the tag thing on the internet, on the Google, said the ultimate sports drink or something. So I changed it to the ultimate duo is back. So, you know, just like little things like that, just to keep it a bit fun and interesting. I just thought they were really great.
It's fun. Nice one.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. Great Yeah, I like the idea of not being in your face either.
I think those are really good tips, actually.
Over someone.
Yeah. But I think for everyone who's online, if you haven't ever done any Facebook Live video, and if you do have any followers on Facebook, try and do it this week or this weekend and put up a short little post around the special. Think about what can you say in 2 minutes and be yourself, be natural. Don't try and be anyone else. You know, I mean, we've got Ty on here. Mate, you need to get into that gym and do a Facebook Live post of yourself in the gym or something saying, you know, I've got sore muscles and this is the solution sort of thing. And I know you guys have done some great posts and Kyra as well. So those things are awesome. You know, do something natural, do a little Facebook. I went to a Facebook Live advertising seminar a little while ago, and interestingly enough, the guy said to me, do your video that way. Don't film that way. Because people are so lazy that they like seeing their videos vertically on their phone, that I'm dead serious. So YouTube, when you film on YouTube, it does it mostly that way, unless you actually adjust it and film your YouTube video vertically on your phone.
Wow.
So Facebook Live is one of the first ones to actually film the video vertically on the phone. Because when people are holding the phone in their hand, they don't want to turn it sideways. So it's just little things that from a video advertising point of view, people are now starting to do more of. But yeah, I'm keen. And if you do a video, tag us or put it in the Facebook group and we can share it. And let's see who's got some creative videos around the Ice Blue campaign.
Will you do one?
We'll have to do one.
Not we, you.
I'll do one. We're going to the Hunter Valley this weekend, so there'll be Ice Blue somewhere at a vineyard. Probably on Saturday there'll be an Ice Blue video shot. So watch this space; it's coming.
That'd be great.
So there's the challenge. Before next Thursday, we want to see an Ice Blue video from everyone. So just to clarify, there was a question as well. Just remember that the product of the month is only an LRP order. So to get the product of the month, it's got to be done on a loyalty rewards order. And that obviously has to be 125 points processed before the 15th of March, all right? So anyone else who enrolls or anyone who's not doing a loyalty rewards is just doing a one-time order, that doesn't qualify them for the product of the month. So that was just one of the questions that came up.
Cool. I've got a question. I'm just going to throw out to just opening it up quickly and just say, has David and Christy or Ty and Cara, Michelle Rakowski, Bronwyn Logan, have you guys got any questions for us tonight that's just sort of burning, that, or how you know, put your hand up just so that we can see if you want to talk about anything.
Just from a sort of newer building approach there, Cara's got a question.
Cara.
We'll unmute you now. All yours, Cara. What's up?
Hi. Mine is actually about the, like how the, I don't know, how the business is built, I guess. So I just sort of drew up a little sort of really gammon thing so I can sort of show. So I'll just see if I can find myself so I can make sure you guys can see this.
Yep, we're good.
We can see you.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm confused when we get so say we've got somebody who comes to, so for the top one, so say this is us. And this is Jenny, and Jenny comes to like one of our group like catch-ups and work classes. I know what they're called again. Yeah, classes. I'm having like anyway, my brain's just retarded. So say this is us and this is Jenny, and Jenny brings her friend, and then Jenny's friend brings a friend. So would we sign Jenny up under us, Jenny's friend under Jenny, and then Jenny's other friend under her?
Yep.
Is that how we do it?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just wanted to clarify that. And the other one was, so say we go 7 deep, and this person drops out, and they've got this whole row of people that are like part of their team. What happens to these people if this person drops out? Because I know that this moves up, but where do these people go?
Sure. So when you say drop out, you mean they hit 13 months and they haven't placed an order and they become inactive and disappear?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you go back to your little drawing,
yeah,
the way you've drawn it, you've got a leg going out to the right. Okay?
Yeah.
In fact, the way you should draw it is from that person with a cross on, there's actually a V. There's a leg going down diagonally left and there's a leg going down diagonally right.
Okay.
So when that cross person disappears, both of those two legs move straight up to the one above them.
So this person ends up with all these people.
That's correct.
Okay.
So effectively what happens is, effectively, if you think about it, the person you've got there with the cross on them, they've got two legs. They've got a left leg that goes down and they've created a right leg.
Yeah, okay.
If you deleted that person, those two legs just simply attach to the person straight above them.
Straight above them. Okay, cool. All right, I get that. Just a couple of things I was just a little bit like, where do I find this out? But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Tanya, you just want to add to that, or you?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, I also had wondered if someone is, say, 13 months down and has been active, they don't renew. What happens? Like, can they then and they can be they can rejoin, or
6 months, isn't it?
6 months.
Okay, let's deal with the two issues. So there's two separate scenarios. You've got a 6 month person who has not ordered at all for 6 months, completely inactive. That person themselves, not you, themselves, they can email doTERRA after 6 months and say, I want to reactivate my account, but I want my account to be under this new sponsor.
Oh, okay.
But
it wasn't necessarily leaving.
So that's correct. So that's under that person. They can choose to change teams or be wherever they like. Okay?
So I just want to clarify that as well. So they cannot be moved again after they've nominated who the sponsor needs to be.
That's right. So it doesn't trigger a new 14-day sponsor allocation.
It's whoops, right in.
They email after 6 months if they've been inactive. They email doTERRA, and we've got the scripting. If anyone wants that, we've got a defined email and where it needs to go to. But it has to come from that person's email address, and they need to follow the wording. So 6 months inactive, they can request to change sponsor downline. Okay, so where they want to go. 13 months of total inactivity, they are gone. They basically no longer exist from doTERRA's point of view, and they will turn into a hollow white box on your tree, and then the next month they will disappear completely off your tree. That person can phone up doTERRA and ask them to open a new account.
Can they reactivate?
And I'm not sure if it's a reactivation or if they just pay and start a completely new membership.
I think they can reactivate.
Has anyone done that before? Minion, I'm not sure if you're still on. Have you had anyone sort of reapply or ask to rejoin at all?
I think it's $10 to reactivate or something like that.
I've just had last month, I had 2 people drop off, and obviously everyone just moved up. But I didn't notice their box go white or anything. It just stayed the same.
Okay, I have seen some go that way, but might not be. I can't guarantee.
But I thought if it did,
I've got a little white box.
Sorry, Minion. Yes.
I thought they totally dropped off. Then they were given the opportunity just to ring up and pay the membership and reactivate, but I don't know what time frame that is.
I think it's any time frame really after they've dropped off, isn't it?
So I'm quite sure it would be at least the annual renewal fee, which is the $25.
It's written somewhere, and forgive me now, but I can't remember. But it's just written somewhere for reactivation. I think it's easy to Google it.
Do they just go back to where they were, or what happens to them? Do they go on your phone?
No.
They can't get back to where they were.
No. So
that was my question. Can they just go back and reactivate, and will they end up back in there, or is that spot gone?
If they're asked to be placed there, they can. But I think it's okay.
My understanding is once they've disappeared off your tree, you can't insert them back in that spot.
No, but they can ask. That's what I'm asking.
It's considered a new registration. So you don't want them to fall off completely. You want them to stay in the tree. You need to sort it out. I'll check that. I'll check with our diamond leader on that. But my understanding is
we are the diamond leaders.
No, the diamond company business bunch. Anyway.
Sorry, that was a confusing.
That's all right.
Annabelle.
Oh, thank you. I've got a question about the 6 months inactive, because I've got a few of them. I don't think they're wanting to move anywhere, but I'm assuming, given that when you enrol, you're enrolling for a 12-month membership, that if they just wanted next week or tomorrow to place an order, they can log in and just place an order. They don't need to reactivate, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, 6 months. 6 months simply means that if anybody has, and we don't really discuss this much, but let's say someone is ready to build and their upline is not a builder and they're not getting any support or whatever. So in that case, if that person decides they want to stay off the business, not order anything for 6 months, then that's probably where, the benefit of it is that they can then approach the head office and say, can I be placed? I've been inactive for 6 months. Can I change my sponsorship to this, that, and this position and this person? We don't advocate it, but I mean, in the end, it's all of us have a choice as to what we want to do and who we feel comfortable working with as well. I know we've had situations like that, and it's perfectly okay. It's perfectly
okay. But I suppose my other question then is, I'm assuming I should be looking ahead at who's going to be coming up for 12 months. I mean, I haven't been in 12 months, so it's not, I know I'm safe so far, but, and warning them in some way, you better get an order or you're going to lose your place in my tree.
Yeah, and I think...
I'm assuming we need to be doing that.
Yeah,
beautiful.
And I think it's interesting you say that, because my March newsletter that I'm planning to do now, which will go out to sort of 300 odd people that have enrolled this last 12 months or so with us, is along those lines, and basically separating out those that are 6 months or those that are between 6 and 12. And I'm specifically saying, guys, you haven't ordered for a while, and we've got these awesome specials for March. And in fact, if you order 200 worth, we're going to throw in these extra bonus ice blues for you. And please don't let your account deactivate, because you're going to miss out on all the wholesale benefits of doTERRA. So you did join, you might as well make the most of it. So get an order in, let's make sure your account doesn't go inactive, just as an awareness kind of thing for those that have got any people around that sort of 6 month mark.
Thank you.
Sarah?
I'll just unmute you, Sarah, sorry. There we go, all yours.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back when Cara was saying about if someone completely drops off and then all the people move up, who looks after them then? Like, does the person know that they've now obtained all these people or these legs, or what happens?
It's an interesting question, but there's no communication that basically says you're now part of this person's business, or, there's nothing like that. And you've got to be careful, because, and this is something we've got to keep a very close eye on, because there are people in our business that are natural therapy clients of Tess. And if suddenly somebody falls out below them and a whole group of people move up, and they suddenly pick up the phone and phone Anna and say, hey, you're now my upline, I need help. And Anna's like, what do you mean? I'm a natural therapy client. I don't know anything about this. Yes. All I'm doing is ordering my natural health product. So if you've got that situation, somehow you need to keep a track of who's in your business. Is someone potentially going to fall out? When last did they order? And that, as a leader of the team, is something you've got to kind of keep on top of.
Just keep a broad overview of what's going on every now and then. Just go flick through your whole down line and just sort of have a little bit of a look and maybe make a note and see who looks like they've been inactive for quite a while. And it might be worth, you know, letting, if it's not one of your enrollees, letting the person who did enroll that person in your downline just to get them on top of it, and maybe they can reach out and just have a chat as well. Might be worth doing. Might be really worth doing.
I think that's an important point, because there will be people below you that were enrolled by someone else. So don't make it your job to go and chase them up because they weren't enrolled by you. Rather go to the enroller and say, I see this person's in my downline. They haven't ordered for 12 months. Next month's the 13th month. Would you mind giving them a contact, or are you interested in contacting them? Or are you happy to introduce me if it's appropriate? Because I'm more than happy to reach out and invite them to a follow-up class because I've got a group of people coming next week, sort of thing.
I'm very, this is one of my little things that I'm very, very adamant on, is that always introduce someone, always ask for permission if you can contact someone who's not your enrollee, because we're sitting in a tree where our details are available to the upline. Okay, I hope you all know that. So it is available to the upline, and we've got to be very mindful of that. So this is something that's really, I'm quite adamant, is don't go and call everyone. You know, we often hear this being said, is call everyone in your downline. No, there's some privacy stuff going on, okay? Rather do it the right way and introduce. This is the way that we want to see it happen anyway. I've had cold calls from people. I go, who are you? I've never met you. And this is not, it doesn't feel very nice to get that phone call.
Yeah. And I also, with when Annabelle said about, I've actually had, funny enough, 2 people come to me, you know, from up in Cairns and that sort of thing, and come to a couple of my workshops and say to me, look, what you were saying, that my upline isn't a builder, she's very busy, etc., etc. How do I swap teams? And I didn't really know what to say, actually. I just went on our culture and just went, look, it's not recommended, and you know, can you reach out to that person? And then she said, no, they're not interested. And then we even tried to look up the tree and see if we could find them. And but yeah, so it's kind of helped me with that now.
Beautiful.
So interesting. Let's just explore that a little bit further. So generally speaking, what are people's thoughts around how would you support someone like that who came along in this culture of doTERRA, which is inclusive and help? Because this happens weekly, and when you've got 4,700 people in your team, it happens every second day.
I get texts and messages from people I've never met saying they're after some support because they've been placed in a team. So and when it's Diamond Club as well, there are people running Diamond Club classes all around town, all around the country, and there's a good chance that some of these people may go to a Diamond Club. So how would people handle if someone came to your class and said, oh, I've been a member for 8 months, but I've got nothing. No one's helped me. I'm on my own.
Well, those 2 people, actually, this is what I did anyway in the end. They're both coming to our like gatherings, our meetups, and I've helped them with books and, you know, as if they're part of my team.
That's so nice, Sarah. And I think, you know, that's the way to go. This is the culture of what we're all about. Well done. I think that's fantastic. Thank you.
Right. And I think that's really important. I mean, it's no skin off our nose, but I think the other important point is there does come a point in time when people have to realize that there is actually no responsibility for anyone above you to teach you the business. You know, it's a business opportunity that's there with open arms. You need to grab it. And there is so much information. Sure, you need to find some people that you can ask questions of. And you're welcome, Sarah, to introduce her to this webinar. If that's going to help, if they want to be on it, welcome to. But there is a point where there are just some people who will always insist that they're on their own and they're not getting any help. But the fact of the matter is this business is one where it's a business opportunity to learn and grow and reach out and ask questions, but don't expect that anyone owes anyone anything, really. You know, we all try and help and we all offer support, but there will always be that sort of situation.
That's it. And it's because we're really lovely people and we enjoy, you know, all of us, and we collectively. And this is the nice thing about being a part of something where the culture is one of sharing and caring and inviting people in. You know, when I was in Fiji, it was such a tough thing to do, by the way, heading off to Fiji, leaving Craig and the family. Anyway, there was I met someone there who has her upline in the USA. So she'd gone and signed up online, heard about doTERRA and signed up, and her upline's there. So she's got no support in Australia as such. And she's been doing this just through online and learning and everything. And, you know, when we connected in Fiji, I just said to Anna, I said, mate, where's your support? And she said, well, you know, I said, well, join us, join our team, join our Facebook group. If there's anything that we can do to help and assist. And, you know, she's so grateful for that. And it's nothing to us to just reach out and across teams. We like to say we invite the cousins and the nephews and the nieces. It might not be, you know, the grandfather up there and the children down here, but it's across lines. So it's a whole beautiful family of sharing, which is so, you know, it's unheard of really in other businesses. So yeah, well done. Anyone else? David and Christy, beautiful. Will I unmute you? Hold on a second.
Or unmute yourself. There you go, all yours. Christy.
All yours.
If we do the LRP around the 14th of the month, and just say if someone was to purchase something online and our PV for the month is at a 0, how do we get the commission for that? Don't you have to be at a certain PV to get so much commission?
No, as long as your LRP is set up in your back office to 100.
Okay.
As long as it's set up. So just the whole idea would be, you know, the easiest way to do it is just leave 100 PV in a loyalty rewards order, leave it in there for the whole month, change it on the 14th, quickly go in, change it, and everything's fine. So as long as there's 100 PV in there, you will always get commissions.
Okay.
All right. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Very good.
So the important point about that, though, is if your credit card bounces, and I'm not saying it will, but these things happen regularly as well. If the credit card bounces and the LRP does not go off and you don't do anything about it by the end of the month, doTERRA will claim back any commissions that had been paid to you.
Okay.
So if there were fast start bonuses or any retail that got paid, and for some other reason your LRP didn't proceed, not a good idea. You need to keep on top of that. And that's why we always recommend to everyone in our business, run your LRP between the 2nd and the 13th, because if something bounced on the 13th, you've still got another day to sort it out so that you can still qualify for product of the month. If you leave it for the 14th or 15th and it's a weekend or a Monday, you can't get anyone to help you because the customer service center is closed. So always, and don't do it on the 1st, because the 1st in America is probably the 31st.
Yeah.
So go between the 2nd and the 13th, and then stick with those so that you can keep an eye that your order is going to go through.
And also teach your teams to put it through on those days. I tell you what, last day of the month.
And 28th of February is a pain in the neck.
It's really, really difficult when your whole ranking for that month depends on 1 or 2 people who've decided that they're going to use the last day of the month for their LRP order. It's nail biting, it's nerve wracking. So yeah, just tell people somewhere between the 2nd and the 13th is fantastic.
Okay.
Orders, okay.
Thank you.
Tanya, you had a question?
I was just going to add, also, if you happen to put on your LRP one of the limited time offers or LTO orders, so for example, Roman Chamomile or Melissa, because you have to ship it immediately, as soon as the order is processed, it actually drops out of your cart. So, for example, if you had 90 points of the product, but then you had Roman chamomile and that brought it up to 150, then you place your order, you're thinking you've got 150 in your cart, it's all fine, but as soon as the order processes, the points for the Roman chamomile disappear, so your cart order goes back to 90.
Yeah.
And you speaking firsthand, having lost five-star bonus twice. So
and one was, I mean, it was only an hour before we realised that it was quite a significant day, and we knew it was the commission day, and James spotted it, and I was like, oh, not again, no. And we were watching all day because we'd actually had a really good start week, but it was all fine. We didn't get caught, but
that hurts when you lose commissions because of that. So we just had a question earlier as well. We had a question.
Oh, I just showed the square. Oh,
what's happening, Tanya?
Oh, you're going to show us the little white square.
Yeah, I'll show you that. Oh, I've just bumped it. Sorry, give me a sec.
Okay.
Just want to check in quickly again with Christy and David. Are you guys okay with the questions that you posted before on the LRP? All good?
Yes, all good.
Okay,
yes.
Beautiful. I love that you're checking in with us regularly as well. I think that is really important. For those of you guys who don't know, Christy and David are new builders for us and doing a great job. So I'm very, very happy to have them on board and helping to build our fifth leg for us. So good job. Nice of you to always check in. I think that's important.
Cool.
I've got another quick question.
Okay, David.
I've used ice blue on a couple of people at work. I've given it to them and they've had fantastic results. Within 5 minutes, they've come back and gone, I can run a marathon. Can't seem to get them to, they're not interested in purchasing. What do you do about that? You know, they like the product, and you just can't get them over that line to, you know, maybe even getting that stuff more often.
Have you given them some samples to take home with them, maybe?
Yeah, and he goes back to me on the weekend.
Okay.
He goes, oh, here's your oil back. I'm like, keep it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it now. I'm like, hard one to crack is like, he even gave the oil to another forklift driver, and even he liked it.
But they get back to us. So I think David's finding it hard to to get them over that line without seeming so pushy. You know, like if you really like something, we can get more of that for you. But I think David feels pushy in even.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it is just one of those very personal things, David, to work through. You know, there's techniques and all sorts of things that one can probably share in a forum or.
Sorry, Tessa, who's given out heaps of samples, but people haven't used them and they like them? I'm going to go to Michelle Spicer down there. Here we go. Unmute you. So, what have you done where you've given out a heap of samples and you need to kind of chase people up?
I'm a giver, so I give way too much to way too many people. I kind of think it works in the sense that when they see how it works and then next time they come around to needing it, that's all you can do is just let the product do its work. It's a great product. People will want it again.
Yeah, nice. I think it does take time, and thank you for that, Michelle.
Michelle Costello, you had a comment as well. You've given out a whole heap.
Yeah, I was just gonna, what Michelle said, same thing. I think you can give them out, you know, and
Oh, look, I've had similar situations where I've actually given someone on a number of occasions. So I've got many, you know, diffusers and all sorts of things, and I've given them diffusers to take home and samples to try, and I end up not giving my diffusers back and all sorts of things. You know, it can happen, but even that's okay, because I do believe that eventually people come around to it, David, and you know, as Michelle was saying then, I think eventually they do come around to it because they go, oh, that thing did work. And the other part of it is to actually just keep talking to them about it. You know, keep talking to them about it. Just say, guys, how's that blue? I'm going to use some more of that, or how's that going for you? And just check in with them constantly. Keep them in the loop with the essential oils, and whether it is something that they want to try now or a little bit later, at some point they're going to go, yeah, okay, let's just get me some.
Yeah.
Get me some.
I'll add two things, and some of you who were on last week would probably remember Liz sharing that for her the biggest learning was, this is not a sales business, this is a sharing business, and it's when you share from the heart that you really want people to get the benefit of the oils, then you should never feel bad about following up. So two things. Firstly, don't give them too big a sample, because then they will not come back. So if you do give them a sample, don't give them the whole bottle. Give them a sample bottle, and possibly even, add fractionated coconut oil so that they don't get the full effect. And if they want the full effect, they've got to come and buy the whole thing. So number one, don't give them too much. Number two, they always say it takes 8 to 10 touch points before someone is ready to respond or buy.
On average.
So there's no problem with that. So, and if you continually follow it from the point of view of you really want to see them maintain their health, keep well, keep better, not have pain, there's no harm in continuously asking them at some point when you see them again. But don't forget them. Keep them on your prospect list. And if you're going to have a class, they're the first people to invite because they've had a sample. Let them come and hear from other people.
David's a hypnotherapist and doing an amazing job. I'm quite excited about these essential oils. So we've got a few practitioners on here tonight as well. And I think as a practitioner, you always just want to do the right thing by your client anyway. So I find it really hard as a practitioner to tell my clients, here's something that's going to make me money if you take this, from this perspective. But I got my head around it, and it's just a case of finding, this is amazing stuff. This is for you. This is not really for me. The end result is for me as well, but the benefit is really for you, because we're onto something amazing. And that's the the heart that comes into play there as well. David, it will come.
Yeah, just keep sharing. They'll eventually want it so badly.
Yeah.
Michelle Rakoski, did you? Sorry, Menya?
I was just going to say, and I think you just can't be like, if someone was pestering me all the time, that would just totally turn me off, and I wouldn't want anything to do with it. And I suppose for me, I've always got people that are interested, but I check in now and then with them. And then, one day they'll just message me and go, yep, I'm ready to sign up with the, Home Essentials. Let's go. So, you got a few in your pipeline. They'll eventually, because I don't want to be pushy. I'm not in any, obviously, in any hurry to get to any rank in a certain amount of time. And I just keep going along and just building my, just my business sort of slow and steady. Well, slow and steady, but just that way. I think you're not sort of, by not being pushy and getting people to, oh gee, I'll just enroll for the sake of enrolling, and then they don't order for 4 or 5 months down the track. Whereas when they're ready, they feel they're ready, then I think you sort of have more success that way. And that's what I've found anyway in the last
great advice.
11 months.
Yeah, very nice.
Great advice. Well done. Most important thing, don't forget about them. Keep them on the slow and steady, and eventually they'll realise.
So I always see people have got the opportunity to always say no. They can just go, no, I'm not interested. And until they say they're not interested, that means they might be.
That's it. All Michelle R, are we going to finish up? But Michelle, did you have a hand up there?
Oh, no, I only asked the question, just curious, do we earn uni-level commission on ad hoc orders, or do we only earn uni-level commission on orders that are over 100 PB?
No. So everything below you, whatever order comes through a wellness advocate below you, that will be part of the uni-level below you. So even if they order a 5 PV product and they on your front line below you, you will then get the 2% of their 5 PV. So there's no, and if they did that 1 month but not the next month, you would get it that month, and the next month they would not be there, so it would then drop down further. So whatever orders go through, that's fine.
Yeah. So you're earning that commission on your true sales, basically, not because they've had to order over a certain amount or whatever.
That's right. No minimums. As long as they keep ordering the product and they love it, you'll keep earning the commission. So that's all good.
Okay, so I'm going to end up today. Is there anyone else who wants to say something before we say goodnight and thank you?
Just one quick thing.
Yep.
No, you go, Michelle.
Oh, I was just going to ask Minion her opinion on, you have people that are saying no, or they're not saying no, but they're giving you the vibe no. But it's because they don't really understand what they're saying no to. So they kind of have preconceived ideas that oh my God, they have to do something. Oh my God, it's going to cost them heaps of money. And even though they've already bought a kit, they've already invested money and bought their oils, you then sort of want to tell them, just explain to them LRP so that they have the opportunity to say yes or no, but you can feel the walls go up. And now this is happening less and less to me as I'm getting more experience.
Yeah.
But those first people that enrolled with me that, I probably didn't know enough to explain to them, I've gone back and, try to say, oh, hey, do you realise the opportunity? And it's almost like they have a preconceived idea that it's either going to cost them money or cost them time or cost them something they don't want to do. Walls go up and they don't even know what they're saying no to. How would Minion then deal with those kind of people? Would you just go, oh, okay, don't worry about it then, or would you do anything?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I haven't really come across that, to be honest. I think quite a few of my team are on LRP, not as high as some other people like what's the name? You're in that. They're quite high at 90%. But I don't know. I think we do a lot on our, like I'm on a few pages, but Lou, my upline, we've got our own little advocate page. So we're always doing a lot of work around, promoting LRP, why being on LRP is great. And then we'll run the occasional little competition, set up an LRP, your first LRP this month and go into the draw like that. So we're always sort of doing, little things like that, just educating. And I suppose it comes down to when you do, you go and do your little wellness consult, you sort of, plan and you help them set up an LRP. If I'm doing a one-on-one, and then I'm enrolling them, I will actually normally, probably 75% of the time, we'll set up their LRP for next month straight away. So they're sort of, already on there. So I think you really, obviously, it's hard, and I know Tess, recommends not to try and get them into, enroll with too big a kit, because if they've got, 10, a lot of oils to start with, they're really not going to need to order again for a little while. So, and I just go along the lines how I started really. I just ordered a couple of oils every month, and that's how I slowly built up my collection. And as long as they're ordering over 50 PV a month, they're 10 to 15 to 20, 25, 30 their LRP credits going to keep advancing. So I just like to, people don't have to order the big orders every month. I don't, and we sort of say you're not locked into anything, you can cancel at any time, but obviously you'll lose your points. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Does that help? Yeah, I think that's some really valid points there, Minion. So thank you very much for that. I think the wellness consult idea, even if you do a second wellness consult with someone, make up your own, piece of paper. If you've already done a wellness consult, do a second one even. Just, make up something.
Jenny's put her hand up.
And Jenny and Sarah, and then we're going to have to finish up. Okay?
Jenny, you've got a question?
No, I just wanted to wish you luck for the weekend.
Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Had really a few techie difficulties tonight, but really enjoyed the chat. Yeah.
Thanks
Great.
for joining us.
Thanks. Sarah, you were raising your hand?
Yeah, just lastly, I just wanted to add something about LRP that I found that I've been a bit more successful with getting people on it is directly from the first class. So when they join, straight away I say to them, you can get your points back for this Home Essentials kit. That's 13 points, straight into your kitty for LRP. And they seem to just jump straight on board then. So I've been quite successful the last couple of workshops with that.
Yeah, it's all about how we position it with people, how we actually talk about loyalty rewards and how it can benefit them. So, put it down on paper, get it in here, practice talking to people about loyalty rewards. And Michelle, for you, Rakowski, I think it might just be a good idea. Let's catch up anyway, but it might be a good idea to do a wellness consult with some people. We might even put together a little class or something like that for them specifically as well, but we can talk about that. Okay, I'm going to end up today quickly, and it's this really nice chat with everyone. Thank you so much for all your wonderful questions. I got a little gadget. Okay, this is a little ball and it's got 2 electrodes on it, and I want to show you how energetic we are. Okay, so if I touch this side here and I get Craig to touch my finger with your other hand. Craig's touching my finger now, touch the other side there. Oh my God, look at that. I have to leave you with that, because that is the energy flow. Do you want to see it again? I have to do it again. Okay, so Craig and I are touching hands. I'm going to touch that one there. How's that? Have I just stunned you? I love it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening. And we want to see all those Facebook Live videos on the blue and the specials, and you can tag us and get them in the group. Look forward to it. See you
Bye,
later.
everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
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 Bye.